Hello, this is the Stephen Harriott Show by Catholic Vote, and I'm Stephen Harriott, fresh back from vacation. Well, Trump nominated Brett Kavanaugh to be the next Supreme Court justice, and all smell broke loose.
All our rights are at stake.
We are in the fight of our lives.
He is a dangerous man who will endanger our fundamental freedoms.
This just must not become the next justice on the Supreme Court. And what that will take is all of us fighting as hard and as long as we can.
I am not going to kid anybody. This is a tough fight, but it is a fight that we can win.
The left's reaction has been incredibly cynical and partisan. It's in fact obvious that they would have opposed the nominee just as vehemently, whoever it was. The Women's March actually released a statement calling Kavanaugh an extremist, but they didn't bother to even include his name in the statement. It was obviously a pre-written statement, and they left in the little XX instead of the name of the nominee. So who is an extremist? Whoever Trump nominated, even if it's Gandhi, I bet. Even the DNC, the Democratic National Committee, this is very official and mainstream, released a similar statement condemning Kavanaugh and promising to oppose the nominee, but they accidentally included a picture of Thomas Hardiman, who was another possible nominee on Trump's shortlist. And you know how I've said a number of times that sometimes the left is so extreme and shows its cards so much that it's impossible to create satire about them? Well, in this case, that's literally true. Babylon Bee, one of my favorite satire news sites, issued this headline the day after the nomination. Democrats accused Trump of sexism for not nominating female justice they promised to block. Well, right afterwards, CNN released almost the exact same headline. They did just that, complaining about sexism right after they got done attacking Amy Coney Barrett, a woman, but she's pro-life and has 7 kids and she's Catholic and so forth. They would have probably denounced her as an extremist with all the same partisan vigor that they're now applying to Brett Kavanaugh. And of course, this should remind us, none of this should surprise us. We've learned this over the years, and Democrats also made it very clear in their grilling of Judge Amy Coney Barrett during her nomination process just a few months ago. Their attitude toward Catholic judicial nominees is biased to the point of bigotry.
What's an Orthodox Catholic? Do you consider yourself an Orthodox Catholic?
Dogma and law are two different things. When you read your speeches, the conclusion one draws is that the dogma lives loudly within you. And that's of concern.
And of course, Trump's nominee, Brett Kavanaugh, is himself a Catholic. For now, I want to give you CatholicVote's official take. Now, I just got an email from my boss, Brian Birch, the president of Catholic Vote, and the reason I got this very informative email is because I've signed up for them by going to CatholicVote.org/loop. You'll be getting really good information if you do that. If you haven't done that yet, make sure you do so that I don't have to read the stuff to you. Come on. But this is what Brian Birch sent out. This is the statement on the nomination of Judge Brett Kavanaugh. So here we go. CatholicVote.org President Brian Birch released the following statement regarding President Trump's nomination of Judge Kavanaugh to replace Justice Anthony Kennedy on the Supreme Court. Trump handily won the Catholic vote in 2016, largely because of his sincerity and pledge to nominate qualified justices with a track record of fairness and fidelity to the Constitution. President Trump kept his promise to Catholic voters Monday night by nominating another sterling judicial candidate to the Supreme Court. The experience of past judicial confirmation battles suggests attacks on a nominee's personal religious views are inevitable. Just today, a prominent publication published an insidious attack on the Catholic faith of Special Advisor to the President Leonard Leo. This coordinated campaign of hate harkens back to a bygone era of open prejudice practiced by Southern Democrats and the KKK. Such bigotry cannot and will not be tolerated. CatholicVote.org is prepared to defend Judge Kavanaugh from any such personal smear campaign by anti-Catholic zealots. We intend to hold every senator of both parties accountable. Any whiff of anti-Catholic bigotry must be met with universal condemnation by every senator. This is especially true for those senators seeking re-election in states won by President Trump. CatholicVote.org will be closely monitoring the coming process. We are now able to communicate with every Catholic in every parish in each of the battleground states. Attacks on Catholics have a long and ugly history in the United States. We will not stand by and allow our faith to be used as a punching bag for political gain. Now, there's a lot to be learned about Judge Kavanaugh in the coming days, and once he is nominated, of course, we'll be watching him closely for the ultimate answers about him from the bench. But in the meantime, again, work, pray, and do sign up for Catholic Vote's communications at catholicvote.org/loop. It's a good way to get daily and very fulsome updates about ongoing things like this nomination process and other things as well. Again, this is every day that you get this thing, edited by my colleague Josh Mercer, and it's a 5-minute read. Keep you fully up to date. This is The Stephen Herriott Show, the show that leaves you aching for more Stephen Herriott Show. I'm your host, Stephen Herriott.